Boulder, Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buffaloes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking for space, it's Abraham. Mr. Two Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to get it through the air. Grab behind the line. It's Abraham. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Buffaloes offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. Handoff from the gun. Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He wants to pass it on second down. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a move. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this
open runway ahead. The 10. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Alabama has the lead right now, but this Tide crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside Bryant-Denny. They're up by 7 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in 3rd and long and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you cause the fumble. Great 3rd down execution by this defense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, what a grab by the defense.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He rifles one deep to the left. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. They move the tight end all over. They go to the ground. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gets it out fast.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Madden. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Offense set on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. To the air on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country, and you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package, and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the... And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge, the freak. It was a nightmare, so hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's got his man. Ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Off play action on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. This offense has a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. It's complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. The run from the shotgun. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3-spot on the board. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Feeling some heat. Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. But a little time lets it go. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Quarterback on the keeper. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Makes a man miss.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds the tight end. And he could have gotten the 1st down, but he just scooted out of bounds, and he will be short, and it'll be a turnover. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David